none of that stuff is going to be recorded, unfortunately. But at any rate, what I do want to say is that, I'm honored to call them friends. I'm excited for you guys. They always bring me energy. So, with that being said, let me turn the host over to you guys because I'm going to close this computer. Oh, wait, let me make sure it's recording to the cloud
Cool.
because if not, you know what? I could just leave the computer open and I'll log into my phone and when I leave the house. Let me see when the cloud recording is ready. All right, no, it's already recording to the cloud.
Awesome.
So we are good. But with that being said, let me hand over the host to you guys and you guys can totally rock it out. And lastly, I see that we have an entire group of people that are all rule followers and no naughty unmuters. That is amazing. But with that being said, guys, over to Peter and Carmela Sterling. Love you guys. Rock it out.
Yes. Oh my
Thank you,
goodness.
Chris.
All right, that's not a good sign. No naughty unmuters. Everybody's so well trained. So what we should just do is have coffee and hang out and tell stories.
Sure. All right.
Wait, that
Sure.
is the training. That's funny. Good morning, everyone. We're so happy to do this because this is one way that we can give back. We've gained so much from this company and the leadership of this company. As Chris introduces us as friends, that's real. Ricky and Melissa have been a part of our life as family and mentoring us. That's real. It's been extraordinary. Mama Judy, Mark Willitson, those two have been an inspiration for me personally beyond belief. So this is one way we can give back. And we made notes this morning and it was really funny because it was all based on our experience. And I got to thinking, well, what is training? You don't want training from someone who's going to say, hey, I have an idea. Let's try this and see if it works. Or I have an opinion. How about if you adapt my opinion to what you're doing? So you're not going to get any of that. What you're going to get is what we've done and how successful we've been because of what we've done. And guess what? We just copied it, so you can too. There's nothing here that you can't do, but we're going to shine the light on my favorite thing, which is application. Like, why am I doing what I'm doing? And how do I do what I'm supposed to do? Good morning.
Yeah, it'll be
Cheers.
fun. And yeah, cheers.
To you. Salud.
Salud.
Lots of happy coffee.
So
this morning.
thank you, Chris.
Happy coffee.
You know, the thing about Chris is that he's always there, and that's one of the things that we keep finding with our team is they're always there supporting us the whole way. And so all we did was what they did. And like Carmela said, it wasn't like, they were saying, well, here, try this because I read a book and somebody, it's like they've done it. And that's what we're trying to emulate. But, and again, we're family. Mark and Judy have created a culture of family, about love and respect. And, we're changing the industry. And that honestly, guys, if you have any vision, a mass of people who are going out and change the world with their positive attitudes, their hearts, and, speaking into people's lives. And we have some amazing products to allow us to help them even more. I'll talk a little bit more about that. But I wanted to talk, just tell you our story real quick. I've been a karate teacher for over 30 years, and I teach mostly in schools to kids of all ages. And I was at a class 20 plus years ago, and picture this: I'm in a wrestling room. So there's mats everywhere, and the class is out in front of me, and I'm the big shot karate teacher, pacing up and down, right? And then the door to the room is over here, and this woman walks in, and it was like, I looked at her and it's like she was stunning. All right.
I can't believe you're sharing this.
But I'm Mr. Cool. I'm in front of the class, and I'm trying to run the class. I keep looking, and pretty soon I'm like backing up, looking at her. Just my jaw must have been down here someplace, and I literally backed over a rolled up wrestling mat, fell flat on my what. And you do that to me every single day.
That's wonderful.
But,
sweet.
you know, that was our.
Oh my gosh, I laughed so, I was so embarrassed because all the moms were looking at me like, why? What just happened here? Remember that? Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
So,
I
anyway,
don't go to any of his classes now. I'm still a distraction. That's a good thing, I think.
completely swept me off my feet.
Sweet.
And so, you know, we got married and we had this beautiful child. In addition to, we also have a blended family, and he has special needs. PJ, he has Down syndrome, and you know, he has been our why since then. You know, just because the fact is, when he was born, he needed heart surgery right away, and it was just like, wow. But the thing is that what we have is we have some faith that God will see us through. And I remember that time, you know, we were just kind of both going, wow, you know, we have a child with Down syndrome. He's had heart surgery. We don't know, you know, what, and the blended family and all that stuff.
That's a challenge in itself, right there. If you have one, you know.
Yeah.
If you don't, you can imagine. Yes, Susan.
And then Carmela says to me, she says, you know, because it's pretty overwhelming. She says, what are you going to do when it gets really tough? Are you going to still be here? And I was like,
Oh my God, you didn't say we were going to talk about that. Why are you telling everybody that? They want to know how to place a sample, for heaven's sakes.
and it was like, you know, and we both just cracked up because, you know, it's like, okay, yes, it could get worse, but you know what? You know, we ramped up really quick into life.
Yeah, we
And
did. Always joyful though, which
always
right? That's our point. Always joyful.
joyful
'Cause
and
for him to
having fun.
laugh at that, right? To say, what are you gonna do when things get really tough? Are you gonna be here? Like as though it could get any tougher. Oh my God. We had like being pummeled on a daily basis from east, west, north, south. But we stayed very joyful, didn't we though?
Yeah, and that's the
Back
thing, is that you can get through
gosh.
anything with the right attitude. And so anyway, just to fast forward, you know, we've had millions of dollars in the banks. We've had 10 cents in the banks. We've gone bankrupt. We've been successful. You know, we've been
Done
through a lot in
all
our
that.
time together.
Muck.
And the thing is that we always stay together. We always are in lockstep. And you know what? We can speak from experience to just about anybody, from just about anything. And that's what one of the things that we want to talk about today is, you know, we want to relate to people. And we want to relate people in our success. We want to relate to people and things that maybe they aren't going so good. But you know what? There's a light, you know. Garrett, we got to spend last weekend with Garrett and Sylvia, and you know, as he said,
Amazing.
you know, we want to be presenting ourselves and helping people, you know, who've been through from our scars. You know, we have some scars, and you know, not through our wounds. We're not, oh, poor me, but hey, let's go. So anyway, I've always loved the idea of network marketing. I go back to the 1980s with one of those phone cards where we're going, yeah, you know.
Oh my gosh,
and,
you did
know, you get
that.
the phone card and you can get some people to, you know, you know, and it was
Wow.
like, it was very obscure.
And a very long time ago. But that was network marketing back in the 80s? Did you
Back
say
in the
80s?
80s, yeah.
Oh, wow.
But it was what I loved about the idea is that a group of people could do a little bit and create something bigger than the whole. I mean, than the separate parts. All right. And so, and I've since that time, I've seen this dream, this vision in network marketing, and made money, haven't made money, love the community, love the friends I've made. I've been lifelong friends from this industry. And it is amazing because it is true. The bottom line is a bunch of people can get together and do a little bit and make something amazing. So, you know, and then my beautiful wife here, who's been a TV shopping host star, you know, rubbing elbows with, you know, Hollywood elite and all that. When we first met, you know, she introduced me to Anthony Quinn, you know, who's an Oscar-winning artist, a movie actor, director, all kinds of things. He's been in over 200 movies, you know. And here's Mr. Quinn. You know, it's like, wow, this girl knows people. But she's amazing because what she did in her TV shopping industry is she was able to reach through the screen and say, here, come and take a look at this cup. And she would
Mhm.
talk about it. And she would build these relationships through TV on camera. It was just amazing. And the first time I saw her on camera, I was like, wow, this is what it's all about, creating relationships. So we've been blessed. And then it took me about 10 years to sponsor her in network marketing because
Oh my God,
she didn't quite see the vision I saw.
that's the truth. I was always supportive. Rah,
Yeah,
rah,
go
go
out
get
there
him,
and get
Peter.
'em.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to have a home tasting? I'll serve some food. Oh my gosh.
So
It did take you that long to sponsor me.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is what she brings to the table is so much. But in the end, we have here something that is absolutely amazing, as you know. And by the way, this is getting started training. So would you put a 1 in the chat if you've just started in the last month, and a 2 in the chat if you've been here for a little while? That would be great. Kind of help us to help you. Anyway,
May I say something
yeah,
about
go right ahead.
we were going to jump right into which I thought was going to happen, jump right into the teaching because we have a lot of new teammates. But Peter did something really special here. He is explaining who we are. What credibility do we have in this company? How do we have success? He comes from karate. I come from TV. We can come from anywhere. He's done network marketing, had some success, but great success here. All of that in your mind right now should be like, why are they telling me all that? I know a little bit more about them, more about their credibility. How could they have made it in this company? What's so special here compared to what he's done before? So all that should be whirling right in your mind. And for those of you who know us and you're building these beautiful businesses and your teams are here, thank you for letting us be in front of them, and hopefully we can inspire someone with our real life story. It has been, if we look back on it without the joy, if we take the joy out of it, we would have collapsed our first year together in life. You know what I mean? Like it would have just like dissolved, disappeared. But all the challenges have brought us to our faith and brought us closer. We've made some great friendships. We have some funny, crazy stories, some crazy stories to share at another time. But having success here with all that stuff that is not baggage, they're issues, they're things we went through in the past. It's not something we carry forward only, as Peter said, and I think Garrett taught you that through the not the wounds but the scars. Is that how you said it?
Yeah.
So with all of that, we can still build. So what in the world are you going through? What is your life like? There's nothing crazier than some of the stuff we have seen. And maybe you have something crazier. I would love to hear what that is, please. So anybody can do this. Thank you for letting me just
Yeah, absolutely.
say that. I like application, like why was all that? Or why do I do this? Or how do I do that? Why am I doing what I'm doing at the company? So I ask a lot of why questions. Why? What's that?
But that's it. It's about telling our story, asking questions, and all that. So in this.
Look at that. New people
I know,
yesterday. Wow.
Yeah,
Welcome,
just
Tori.
hey,
Welcome, Karen. Wow. Heather. Leona. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So, everybody got here, whether they saw the business and reacted or they had a cup of coffee. And, for me, it was amazing because I had a cup of coffee and all of a sudden I'm washing windows in the middle of winter. And as my wife says so lovingly, that it wasn't so unusual that I was washing windows in the middle of winter. It was just I noticed that they needed washing in the first place. I'm the guy that walks over shoes instead of picking them up and stuff like that.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you admitted that after 20 years. Oh my gosh.
They're not usually my shoes.
Most of my broken toes are over those shoes that are out in the middle of the floor. Okay. This is like marriage counseling today. I didn't know you guys were going to be in my therapy session. Thank you so much.
So people need what we have. All right. We have amazing products that help people with focus, clarity,
Yes.
energy, weight loss, anxiety. For me, all of that, and I've lost 30 pounds. I mean, these products are amazing and they just keep getting better. People need that. All right. They also need this opportunity because the fact is that, and Garrett was talking about this last week, and is that people don't want to get stuck again like we did last year. All of a sudden, the whole world shut down. And for me, my karate business was down to about a quarter of what it was, just like overnight. And so, two things. One is thank goodness for this business because I was already familiar with Zoom and I was able to transition to online classes like right now. But the other part of that is that, a lot of people were devastated in that they're sitting around waiting for stimulus checks and stuff like that. And because of this business, we didn't have to. We have the opportunity right now to reach people to say, you know what, you don't have to do that either. We can help you create a side income that will, ensure against, things like that happening. All right.
That's real.
Somebody said to me once, build it before you need it. Well, you know what? This is that time. Build it before you need it. The world isn't getting less crazy. But what we have is we have a community who can go out there and help people and show people how they can, bless their families, their wives. Obviously, our wives are special needs son. He's going to need care his whole life. I fondly say that he's 20 and I'm not. And so those are the whys. Those are the compelling things, and you will have your own why. And the thing is what they told me. Ricky told me the first day I met him. He said, "You know what? If you just follow the simple system, Carmela's going to go over it. You will not recognize your life in a year from now." And that has been absolutely true.
That's been really true.
And it continues. So with that being said, people need what they have. And so we have, many, a plethora of tools to use. One of them is the Here Comes the Sun tour, which stopped through Minnesota last week. I think they're in Washington this weekend. Garrett and Sylvia, the president of our company and chief experience officer. If you don't know who they are, ask the person who invited you on this call because they're amazing people, again, leading with their hearts. They're spending their time, investing their time in us. And now I said us is not just Carmela, it's everybody, all right? And so if you have an opportunity to go to one of the events, go. It's life-changing for sure. So anyway, so invite people there. And it's funny, we were talking about this, because of the posture of this company, the positioning we have, we're using the network marketing, building a community, a family, online business, worldwide, all that, it's like we're talking about, it's like inviting, it's 1979 and we're inviting Bill and Steve, Bill Gates and Steve Jobs, are coming to talk about home computers. Guess what?
Wow.
In 1979, most people went, what's that? Who would ever want one of those? How am I going to fit that big thing into my house? Those kinds of things. They had a vision, and there's some people that bought into that vision. And they became extremely wealthy. Most people said, there's no, even the guy, was it the president of Unisys at the time, which was a big computer manufacturer. He said, there'll be absolutely no use for a home computer. Well, guess what? He was wrong. So we have a vision here, you guys, of global happiness. What's the word am I looking for? Happiness initiative. Thank you. And so we have that. And so when we're inviting people, whether we're inviting people to the tour or inviting people to come onto an opportunity call, we have something amazing. And so think in those terms that, this is big, this is groundbreaking, this is huge. All right. We are just at the very beginning. So
isn't he great? Oh my gosh, I just love the way you talk and everything you're talking about. I mean,
am I talking too much?
No, not at all.
So
More, please.
Anyway, last thing I wanted to say is so right here, right now, you just started your business in the last month. Some of you have just started. Right? What do I do? Carmela's going to go through the social media piece, which is huge. It's a huge opportunity that we have that we didn't have 20-25 years ago. All right, we didn't even have it 10 years ago. 5 years ago, it was just in its infancy. So we are on the cutting edge of something that's huge. But I will tell you, when I first started this particular business, the first thing I did is I went and I found my friend. I do have more than one friend, but I want to tell you about this friend. All right. We've done these kind of businesses before together. You know, he sponsored me and sponsored, you know, so it's kind of like I went over to his house and I said, all right, we're doing something new. And he went, what? I said, coffee. What? Coffee? I said, everybody drinks coffee, right? And he went, yeah. And so that part was just like, okay, we're doing coffee. And I literally opened up his computer, logged on and said, okay, we're doing this now. And here's how you sign up. And I signed him up. All right. Okay. So that one person led to black diamond, a diamond, platinum, gold, bronze.
Wow.
All right. And my message on this is that you're just getting started. It might be that one person. You just never know. And that's why it's really important that, you know, as Ricky says, tell everybody, introduce it to, it's just coffee. Hey, you drink coffee, you drink coffee, you drink coffee, you drink coffee, tea, or lemonade. You know, then you got 100% right there. But you just never know. And so I just want to emphasize it's important, whether you started yesterday or 2 years ago or, you know, longer than that, tell everybody you know about this coffee, the products, and you know, put them in your team page. We'll talk about the details of that, but I just want to emphasize how it is important it is. And you don't need to be shy. You don't have to wait until you do the perfect Facebook post. You don't have to wait at all.
Right.
You just have to go out there and share it. So anyway, I'm going to have my beautiful wife talk about the how to get started.
Thank you.
Exactly. And I've talked enough, right?
No, I was gonna say, didn't you have a free tip if they stay till the end?
I
Hopefully,
do.
yeah, and
Yeah.
what is the tip? I mean, you're
It's,
gonna say the tip at the end, but isn't it how to be a successful network marketer with
Oh,
one tip?
one tip.
Okay,
It
if you stay
encompasses
till the end,
everything.
you
You stay
have-
till the end.
and it's free. It's like, and this is attraction marketing at its best. I hope our it is who we are. We're just a little silly, a little goofy. I mean, we live with, like, you know, God's #1 clown on the planet over here, PJ. He's always joyful and laughing and playing music and silly stuff, and Muppets is his favorite. So imagine, you know, how the influence on us. So I apologize if you're thinking we're too silly, but we can build a business being like this. I used to be very reserved and conservative. So I think that was another reason why God gave me my son to just let me kind of be free a little bit. So I want to say to you that you have enough, you are enough, you're not only good enough, people need you. And so that's another switch that I want to just kind of flip is people need you. We don't need people, we need people. I get energized around people. I'm very energized by this call today. So thanks for the visual love and the chat, and I want to hear from you. I'd love to know if you have questions at the end. We'll do Q&A because many of you have been here in building, and I want to address after we do the basics, what you can do to freshen it all up. Because if you're like us, it's been 2.5 years. I was getting a little, not getting the reaction I want. What am I doing? Like in that almost monotone, I want to just jump off and, you know, the balcony out there and just put my head under the covers. Just, you know, if you're there, stay tuned because we have something for you. But you just got started and you just joined the #1 happiest place in the entire globe. Yeah, you are part of an amazing team. People with energy and positive attitudes and solution driven and customer focused and products that are kick-ass good. They will make you feel happy and elevated and excited and have energy, and you'll get the day-to-day stuff done, and you'll have time and some productive energy to do something for yourself. You deserve to do something for yourself. So the first thing I want you to know is how proud we are that you plugged in right here on this training, whether it's us or someone else, because if you don't plug in and get fed, right? If you're not drinking water during the day, you're going to dehydrate. If you are not plugging in and getting fed, all this giving you're doing, you have to give to your customers, you have to make a post, you have to go in stories, you have to. It's absolutely wearing. So make sure that you treat yourself to plugging in. Here's the first thing you're going to do. You just joined the business. You should be congratulated in your team thread. So you should be in your team thread. You should also be in the team page, and there may be multiples, right? Check with your sponsor. You are now plugged in and you have the schedule. What's the schedule? My favorite, Monday Mindset with Chris Sweda.
Yes.
Love, love, love it. Can't be there at night, there's a recording. How about Wednesday? What's Up Weekly? Oh my gosh, these are corporate people telling me what's happening, what's new, what's coming, what's going on, the bonuses, all that. But I can't make it on Wednesday. There's a recording. How about coffee chats throughout the week? And all the different teams, all the coffee chats, make what you can. That's for you, not the person that's leading them and doing them. Take, be a taker for a little bit. You can be a taker in that way. We want you to. You need to be filled up. Also, too, I know, I can testify on this. If you don't stay plugged in, you feel distant. I've had those moments, and it's okay to check out for a little teeny tiny bit, not a whole bunch. Okay, I can tell you more about that later. So plugging in. Saturday training is really important, and you have all the tools for things like opportunity calls. But what am I going to do with all this? I have it in my notebook. I have all my tools. I have my samples. I ordered my big pack. I'm ready to go. You've been announced. Your picture is up. You're following the lead of your sponsor. What if your sponsor says, I need a picture of you to put in the team page? You're like, I don't really have anything and I don't like what I look like. Well, we better fix that and help you right away. We're going in solution mode because you're a part of our community. You came in for a reason, whether that was personal growth or you want to make some money. And don't be shy about making money. In fact, on the note of making money, a lot of people will think, and I've experienced it this week with someone who said, I don't know if that customer, she can be a customer because I don't know if she can afford it. Well, I don't know either. Only she knows. So how do you find out? Don't judge her. People will spend money on this product because, my God, a life-changing experience. Him waking up without anxiety, I will forgo something else. I don't care what it is for him to have the coffee if I have to. I will go and build my business so we have enough money to pay for a product. There's always a workaround. Keep that in your head. You're so smart to be here because you have all the solutions here. All right, pick another one. Well, you're going to launch your business on social media. Reason I love launching this on social media, this specifically, our company on social media, because it gives you and us a chance to understand the script that Chris made for us. Script, I don't want to use a script, I want to use my own words. Good, you can. The script is a checklist. The checklist is this. Have you asked the question, do you drink coffee? Well, you need to know, because they might say, no, I hate coffee. And you're like, oh, that's okay, because do you like tea or lemonade? Well, I don't know. I don't like any of those. Well, how about some weight loss shake? You know, there's like a solution to everything. Have you ever considered this or considered that? Your job and mine is to find out what does this person need, right? So asking that first question is really good, because let's say you made your first post, it's a picture of you, you got your coffee cup going like this, and it's what's in this cup has changed my life, rocked my world. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how I feel today. I want you to feel this too. Now your friends are saying, what's in your cup? And your response is, oh my gosh, can't wait to tell you, I'll message you right now. You're responding on your post. You're going into Messenger to have the conversation. Why do I have to go there? Why so secretive? Well, let's give her some privacy, because she might say, oh my gosh, you mentioned energy. I am so missing energy because I am so depressed. I am so lethargic. I am so worn. She's not going to say that on a post, but she'll say to Messenger, give her some privacy. So now you're in it. You're following the script. Have you heard of the Happy Coffee? My story with the Happy Coffee is, in brief, like Peter tells the story better than anyone. I love how he's got it all buttoned up. He's lost weight and anxiety, and it's replaced his income. You'll tell your story just in a couple of lines. Does any of that resonate with you? Why in the world are you telling her your personal story? Because you're trying to connect with her, right? And is this making sense?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
You're trying to connect with her, and you're trying to find out how you can help her. This whole gig is about helping. That's why I say plug in. You need to be fed and given. You can be a taker once in a while, right? Throughout the week. So now she's saying, oh my gosh, I can't believe that did all of that for you. I would love to lose some weight, and I'm really feeling anxious and depressed and all these things in my life. And you're like, okay, great. Here's my recommendation. I always make a recommendation. My personal favorite is Daybreak and Xanthamax, the Unwind and the Shake, I missed something, and the new lemonade. That might seem like a lot, but what does she want? If she wants to lose weight, you tell her the whole thing, and then understand, where things are from there. So she's asked you, I would like what you have. I make a recommendation. I send my link, and I also say, I'm adding you right now to our private customer page. Once you accept, then I can tag you on some information I know you will find valuable, and you will see others' results. So it's not just me that she's seeing. She can see other. That is powerful. Those pages, that's a workhorse right there. Tag, 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 put people in, tag, tag, tag. Just be normal, have a conversation. You hear Chris say that, right? Just be normal. What does that mean? I'm just having a conversation. Hey, I'm glad you drink coffee because this is Happy Coffee. And if she hasn't heard of it, you're going to want to know more about it. And I'll tag you. And here's my story and all the reasons why she's going to love this. Now she's in there. She's fishing around, right? She's in the page. Make your follow-up tight. If you're brand new in this, don't wait a week to follow up. Wait 10 minutes. Too soon? How about an hour? Because you have the script in front of you as a check box, right? You're like, did I do all these points? Did I put her in our customer community page? Check. Have I follow up? What am I following up on? Super. Just ask her a question because you need to know where she is in order to help her. If you don't know if she's in there, well, how am I going to help this person? So, hey, so-and-so, what did you think of the testimonials? Are you in the group? Are you in the page? Like you can go and check and see if she's in there, or you can just ask her and she may say, wow, this is crazy good. And your response is, right, it's amazing. Is this something you're ready to get started on for yourself? How many times have we looked at that last line of the script and gone, well, not sure, like panic. Listen, that line, I'm the queen of passing that line up because I can think of something else. Let me be creative and soften the sell a little bit. Don't do it. Don't waste your time. I'll take all the hits for you, like a year of them. You're asking that question, I'm not kidding you, to find out what does she need next? We don't know. Aren't the testimonials amazing? Yes. Where are you going to go from there? That one line is brilliant. Is this something you're ready to get started on? What is she going to say that you hadn't thought about? She might say, well, I don't know. I don't know. It's too soon. Well, now you have a chance to engage with her. Okay, what are you thinking? Too soon? Tell me what you're waiting for. Let me see how I can help you. If you in your brain just think, this is the whole thing for me. I have to think about the customer. I have to think about that person. What does she need? Well, I don't know. So I ask her, is this something you're ready to get started on? She says, I'd really like to, but I'm not sure what to buy. Great. I'm glad you asked for some help. How about this one? She goes, well, I don't know. I don't know because I'm on meds. Okay. I'm glad you told me that. Let me send you a screenshot and I'll tag you in the customer community page on the ingredients you can run it by your doctor. Where are you as a business owner? Solution mode. This is a potential customer, right? You're in solution mode helping her. That line is powerful. And if she says to you, I don't know, I can't afford it. What do you do with that? You got to have a comeback for, go help her. Let me see if there are any specials. I'll go check right now. Here's the link. Make sure she has the link along the way. I send it out like way early now because our website is amazing, right? Happy Co website has testimonials, all the product, all the ingredients. And for people who love information, they're just going to love it. People like me who just like all the pretty pictures and just want to have a party, we love it too. So now you're helping her ask that question. Just think of that question as a bridge to get to the next one. She might say, I'm not interested. And you'll say, thank you for the conversation. And then you leave her in the consumer on our community page and let her marinate, leave her alone, let her go, or him, right? And then follow back up a month later. Maybe you send a message, hey, we just got something new. So now you have someone in your life, keep a list. Hey, did you tell everybody about that list? Make a list and then keep it. Did we share that already?
No.
Okay.
Kind of one of the secrets.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just gave away a secret. Now I'm sweating bullets. So help me out here. Give me on camera, just a thumbs up or in the chat or wherever you want. Is this helping somebody today? Is my experience and
You got
mistakes?
some thumbs up there. That's
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
thank you guys. So,
Yes.
oh,
Thanks,
I
Kimberly.
love you, Kim. Thank you. There's one caveat to all this I want you to really get into your system. Yes, it's a script. Yes, it's a checklist. Stay in touch with your sponsor because they want to know what's going on, not as a boss or manager. We don't have time for that either, and you don't want a boss or manager. But listen, if you just made a post today or yesterday or last week, did you follow up on all the people that liked your post? Is the post still hot? I would keep that post hot for days. I drag them out like completely, like obsessively
What do you
too
mean by
long.
hot?
So go back and click on all the comments, like, love, right? That elevates the algorithm so the post is still hot. Comment. Thanks, I'm so glad you like it. I can't wait to tell you about it. Go back in and say, oh my gosh, have I messaged you yet? Or I haven't heard from you in a long time. We really need to connect. You can engage in that post without giving your link. For attraction marketing, you don't want to spam your product and put your link out and give it all away. You want them to come to you so that you can have that private conversation. Now, the goal is to be able to use the script in a way that is authentically you, and you have success. You have conversion from people looking at your post to a conversation in Messenger. And if someone likes my post, I go into Messenger and start. I don't wait for them to comment, what is it? I just go right to everyone that's liked it. But here's where it's really important to stay with your sponsor. For me, it was at least a full month, if not more. I would say, Melissa's our sponsor. I'd say to Melissa in Messenger, I would send her a screenshot like, okay, I think I know the answer to this, what I say, this, and this. You know, I'm in solution mode. I'm not going to lean on my sponsor to be my solution for everything. I think I know somewhat of what my answer should be, but I'm not really sure. Well, then ask. And she would say, you know, that's really good. Add this to it. Or someone would ask a question. I'm like, oh man, I have no idea how to answer that because I haven't had that one before. I would say to the person, great question. I don't have the answer, but I'll go get it for you. And then, or I would go and ask. But here's the point. Stay with your sponsor. Why? Because she'll help you, or he will help you navigate some of these conversations. And then you get really good at it because guess what? Your first post will lead to your first customer, which may lead to your first brand partner. And guess what you're going to want that brand partner to do? Follow your lead. If you haven't followed your sponsored lead, you're not going to be able to lead anybody that comes into your business with true success. So we followed our sponsor. We did all of that. We're still following our sponsor and we're still doing what we're supposed to. And sometimes we have great big results and sometimes we have no results. Does that change who I am or where I'm going in this company? Nope. I never, ever, not doing it, not doing the, well, is it working? I see it's working. I have enough people to look at to see that it's working. I know that if I apply myself and do these things, it does work. Is this making sense? Can you let me know this is making sense? Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
So I'm going to jump in and just add a couple of little things to it. So if you just started this week and you want to get your first 7 customers, because that's how you maximize the incentive, the bonus plan. All right.
Right.
It's called CAB bonus. It's an extra $200 on top of your commissions and all that. So you want to get your first 7 customers. All right. And you can, we talk about helping people become 500 to 1,000 heirs, and you can get the $500, $1,000 with just customers. All right. And we love our customers. That's one of the big differences I discover or I realize in this company is that we love our customers. We're not out recruiting. We love taking care of our customers, and we have many returning customers. They love our products, and we build relationships. Some of those people are going to ask you about the business. All right. Hey, I'd like to do what you're doing. And that's, when we start trying to duplicate what we do. And that is hugely important. It's not what works, it's what duplicates. And we have such a simple system. Asking people they drink coffee or tea or lemonade. Have you heard of the Happy Co., Happy Company, Happy Coffee, Happy Products? Your words, right? Okay. Right. Tell them your story, what it's done for you. Carmela's already been through that. You can do that in person. You can do that on text. You can do that on the phone. You can do it via email. And so, it's a simple system that works and it duplicates very well. And so all we have to do is show people how to do that.
Right.
And so if you want to make, more than $500 to $1,000 a month, that's where the duplication process needs to start happening. All right. Because then you're building a team of people. One person, can, what did they say, 1,000 to flight, and 10 people can put 10,000 to flight. I mean, it's just, you're duplicating your own efforts. So anyway, I don't know if do I want to talk about the listing?
Almost.
Almost, all right.
So I just want to cover that whole piece. Many of you already know it, and thank you all for your smiles and your support. But we have a lot of new teammates, and they haven't had the chance to plug in yet. They haven't had a chance to do their first post. I just want to help everyone understand why we do that. And I like the social media piece because it allows you to learn the script. You can be on Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and in person. And I will tell you, if you're in person, you're at a restaurant, you place a sample with, we give out samples. We give our link first and make a recommendation because we want somebody to have an experience. And 30 days is way better than like a couple days. But if someone says, I don't know, I'm not quite ready yet, or I haven't experienced, I'm like, you know what, I've got some samples. Can I send you a sample to just at least give it a taste test, give it a try? The other day, we're dream building and shopping. PJ wants a car. And we'll have to provide the chauffeur. So we're at car lots and we're like, you drink coffee? And they're like, yeah, there's like coffee like coming from the sky in this place, right? There's so much coffee. Like, okay, add a little bit of this. So we place samples with one requirement, right? We have to exchange information. This whole thing is just about communication. Just get comfortable with being who you are once you figure that out, right? It's taken me how many years to figure out. I can be comfortable and say to them, okay, before I give you the sample, I want to send you some information so you know what you're drinking. If they're taking the sample home. One guy said, I don't drink coffee, but my wife is a coffee addict. I'll take some for her. So we exchanged and we texted right there. So I know I had his right now. It's super quick. Grocery store, so-and-so, she's ringing up. I know you don't have a lot of time. I want to give you a sample of the coffee we talked about. What's your number that I can text you some information? I have never had anybody, maybe one, say, I'm not giving you my number. And I'm sorry, I have to communicate. You need to know what's in there and what to expect. So make sure you connect. I love having boxes of samples in the car and going somewhere. Yesterday we're at the bowling alley. It was so crazy fun. Lots of people are out and about now. We've been on the golf course. I mean, doing so much more than we normally would because we have all this energy and we're losing weight on the shake. Like, it's just mind blowing. So we're meeting more people. We're a little more out there, and people want to try it. So don't be shy, but have some value to your business. Is that sample is it worth it to you to place it with that person? Have you qualified them? Are they interested? Or are you just trying to throw away samples? Don't do it. Have a caveat and say, okay, I really want you to have an experience. See, that's the whole thing. I want you to have an experience, not I want you to try my coffee because I want you to be my customer. If that's what you're thinking, it will show up. Believe me, it's been showing up all over in my life. So I've had to do a lot of apology messages like, hey, Spencer, I'm really sorry if I seemed overzealous. I invited you to our event. You didn't come. That's okay. If this is not for you, that's okay. Friendship first. That's not how I felt that the day you didn't show up for the event. Oh, hey, so-and-so, I gave you a sample to try. What I want to say to her is, what is wrong with you? I gave you like $5 worth of samples and you haven't. Oh, you can't find them? They're under the cards? I don't understand how people do that. I have to just I just need to step back and cool off and say, I'm giving you the sample for you to have an experience. I don't want you don't need to do anything for me except let me send you some information so you know what the heck you got in your hands here. Right? That's a different lens. No? Right? You got to get there to really get comfortable in this business. It took him 10 years to sponsor me because I was uncomfortable in this business. It didn't feel like, I was like always a little too big or a little too tight or a little too like, yee. I was afraid of becoming a network marketer. I was afraid of becoming a weirdo, like seriously. And I know Chris says it all the time, don't be a weirdo. I'm probably put in this company because God is giving me the gift to explain what that means. Because I hear that, I'm like, I know a lot of weirdos and I love them, but that's not what he's talking about. What he's talking about was what I was afraid of, becoming the network marketer who's going to make sure everybody in my building is going to have coffee, like going after people. Like I look like that anyway, don't I? I'm leaning forward. I'm coming after you with something. I got something, you don't know what, but start running because I'm probably going to sell you something. So anyway, it's true. Look, Jamie's laughing and so are the Grays. So I'm in good company. My point is get comfortable with just a normal conversation.
And And that's
Right.
what's so beautiful about this product line. I mean, everybody's looking to lose weight, they want more energy, rock stars and Red Bulls go out to, they're like the leading beverages. So what we have is something that's healthy, has the same effect. One of the car guys I gave a sample to this week, emails me, says, man, what's in this? I don't need coffee. I don't need any more coffee. I don't need any energy drinks. I just need this. I mean, it's like, okay, right.
Great.
Okay.
See, now I want to go over there and make sure he orders. I want to be right there with him. Okay, how can I help you? I'm trying to just chill out, but I also want my 7 customers. So there's that. It's a balance, a fine balance.
So one of the things we do, once, people become happy customers, there'll be those people who want to know more information. My mistake when I first started this is, I've been in network marketing, like my whole life, right? So I know everything about everything. You just got to ask me and I'll tell you the answer. Wrong. All right. But that's why, if there was anything that was a stumbling block when we first started was I was too smart for my own good. And what we have here is we have a system for that, which is called 3-way calls and opportunity calls. And when somebody says, hey, I got a question about the business, you say, hey, listen, yeah, I'll get you on the phone with my buddy Chris, and we'll get you all your answers. Well, yeah, I just want to know about the complex. Great. Chris is the expert at the complex. I just want to know how much money I can make. Hey, you know what? Ricky, he's got it all going on. My wife she doesn't want to work anymore. She just wants to do something. Great. You know what? I'm going to get you on the phone with my sponsor, Melissa. She's going to help us figure what a good plan is. So again, always pointing toward the 3-way call, or we have opportunity calls twice a week, Tuesday nights and Thursday nights. And again, you can reach out proactively. Hey, listen, I know you've talked about having your own business. I've got an opportunity tonight for you to take a look at something, and just nail them down. And there's a whole, Brian Heflin does an amazing,
that man.
amazing job at the invite.
Amazing.
I know there's a recording of it. So we have all these tools.
Right.
Use them, all
Use
right?
them,
Because as soon as I become the expert, the know-it-all, people run. They you know what? I'm a karate teacher. What do I know about any of this crap, right? Okay,
Right.
coffee. I mean, yeah, you probably drink coffee, but again, they look at me and they have a certain picture of me, but you know what? My buddy Chris, my buddy Ricky, they know and then I can edify them. I can talk about Chris's story, Ricky's story, and it's relatable, it's fun, and it gets the spotlight off me, and it puts the spotlight on them. Hey, listen, let's talk to Ricky about how you want to have your own business. We talked to a woman yesterday who just got her degree in marketing, etc., business management, and you know what? She's looking at the job market going, I want my own business. I don't want to go into a corporation, So let's get on a phone call with Melissa, all right? So those are the kinds of things where you use the tools.
Now we have each other, right? So
Yeah.
sometimes, and this was a call, she's from Sri Lanka, but she lives in Texas. Beautiful woman, beautiful, kind woman, really, really sweet. And she had been watching Peter's Instagram post, and she said something that was so happy, Coach. She said, I've been watching you, and I wouldn't normally ask for a phone call for a man in business, but I asked for you because your family pictures, you look like a family man. You show me your wife, I love her accent, you show me your child. And she just felt very connected in a family way. So we were all on the call with her, PJ and me, and we're having coffee and laughing, and it was a beautiful thing. And we realized that's how we want to work. We want to work with people who feel like we feel about this and feel excited about this. She was really lovely.
Yes.
Can't wait for her.
And we're blessed too.
Come in.
Because we can, we can do a pretty quick call with, hey, I'm gonna put you on the phone with my wife, Carmela, who's, she was in TV shopping for years, and she's turned her expertise to this business, so she can answer all the questions. That can be a short-term thing, but again, grabbing your sponsor, your upline, is always the best.
If you're shy about doing that, by the way, if you're shy about sending a screenshot to your sponsor, you're shy about asking a question, you're feeling like you can't or shouldn't, something's in the way, and you need to, if that's actually happening, I don't think that's happening to everybody here, but if you're new and you're like, I don't know, why? Just ask yourself why, because there's something in the way. You should feel like I know, to my very core, I literally could pick up the phone and call Chris, Ricky, Judy, Mark, Melissa, for sure Melissa, and say, hey, I'm struggling with this, or I was thinking this doesn't feel right, or I'm uncomfortable with posting this picture. What do you think? And they'll help me. It doesn't mean I have to do whatever they say I have to do, but I will. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? So you're in good hands. You're in safe hands.
They have your best interests at heart.
Yeah.
And you can look at them as a coach. You look at your upline as a coach.
I love that.
Tom Brady, the greatest football player on the planet, has a coach. All right. And if he goes into a slump, he's talking to multiple coaches about, okay, what do I need to tweak? What do I need to do? Same with this, we have blind spots, even though I know everything about everything, and be glad
we
to
can
tell
prove
you
that.
everything.
We can prove that with the whiteboard he has up in the office. All the notes. Oh my God.
And that is the thing that we all need is we have a blind spot, and somebody else can see that if we'll show it to them. And so, if we get into that, oh, Chris is too busy, Ricky's too busy, Melissa doesn't want to talk to me, or, I didn't make my numbers last month, so I'm embarrassed, whatever it is.
Been there, right? I've
Just,
felt that one.
First of all, knock it off. And then reach out. So I had an opportunity last weekend to talk to Garrett and said, okay, Garrett, what's the secret sauce? All
The
right.
president
Now,
of our
this isn't
company
the-
actually asked that
This isn't
question.
the secret sauce, but this is gold. All right.
I liked how you two were huddled, and they were here in the house, huddled in the hallway, and you're like, "Can I tell you?" I was scared of what is he committing to over there? So you asked him that question.
Yeah.
What's the secret sauce?
Make a list. Make a list.
That's the
of
secret sauce.
everybody you know. All right. Now
Oh my
I've
God.
heard this before. I've had countless lists.
Oh,
All
boy.
right. Take them in my planner, rip them out. Those people didn't work, or 3 people worked, or whatever. All right. Make a list of everybody you know. Okay. And then ask 5 people a day off that list if they drink coffee, or reach out. Hey, you've always wanted to own your own business. It's a little more advanced, but the bottom line is have intentional conversations with those people.
5 a day.
5 a day.
So this is my list. I made a
And
list.
you put it in a question form, because you don't have, all you have to do is pick a number. All right. You can say it's 2 a day. You can say it's 1 day. But he asked me, all right, if you reach out to 5 people a day, how many people would that be after 100 days?
500 people.
All right. So number one is, out of those 500 people, do you think there's going to be a couple people that's going to drink coffee? Oh, absolutely. All right.
You, yeah.
Is there going to be some people who need a secondary income, especially when they hear your story about your karate business and how, you weathered that because of this business? You think anybody will be? Yes. Okay. All right. So that's number one. Here's the gold. And this is one that I've heard in the past, but it didn't hit. And that is, everybody's life changes after 90 days. Every 90 days, people's lives will change. So what you do after the 90, 100 days, you go back to the list again, and you start reaching out to those people again and saying, hey, I know we talked, a few months ago, and just want to let you know we got this new weight loss program, whatever is new, whatever is, so you're creating this relationship with these people, and you're just going through it saying, hey, we got this thing, and hey, remember, I said I was going to reach out to you. And that's the other key, is make sure when you talk to them, say, hey, it's all right if I, now's not a good time, but can I reach out to you in about, a few months?
I love that.
And, most people will, sure. All right. And so in other words, what I'm doing is I'm not disposing of my list like I used to do. And then I have to create a new list and, keep making new lists, which is a good thing. And I'm always adding people to the list, but I always go back and check with them, see how they're doing. Number one is it's building a relationship, because you know what? If I talk to these people every few months, you know what? We end up becoming friends. Even if we're not close friends before, we're going to start, having conversations outside the coffee. So it's relationship building. And, eventually, we'll put it this way, just from a sheer numbers point, I'm going to keep getting customers. I'm going to keep bringing brand partners in from that list. So
Same list. Make a list.
make a list.
Don't throw it away.
Don't
I
throw
throw
it
all
away.
of my lists away. Just
I know,
keep
right?
it.
Right? And keep adding names to the list, and all that, but it's keep checking back with people. And they say, and I've heard this before, it takes 8 to 12 contacts or touches in order for somebody to start, coming along. Well, if I only reach out to them once, I've basically given that person to somebody else, because somebody else is going to reach out to them. And maybe it'll be 8 individual reach outs. Why can't I do all the reach outs? And that way they'll become my customer. So I you know what, that was life-changing for me. That was world-changing for me, because I was that person. I have a big list. I do. I've always had a big list,
Huge.
but I have to keep recreating it, because I always throw it away and go, oh, I'm tired of looking at these people. You know what?
Same
It's
name
because
over and over
I'm
again.
not reaching out. I'm looking at them, going, oh yeah, they didn't buy. It's like I'm checking them off instead of going, hey, I wonder how they're doing this month.
Right.
People lose jobs, life circumstance change all the time. All right. And if all of a sudden somebody you talked to, 3 months ago, 6 months ago, who was, corporate job, everything is going great and all that, and then all of a sudden they're downsized and they're going, what am I going to do? And you give them a call. That's one of those things where people go, that's a divine appointment. So anyway, we got a couple minutes here. So before we end up, I got the key to this business. The key
I
to
thought that was it. Oh, wait, there's more.
no,
There's more,
there's
ladies
more.
and gentlemen. Stay tuned. The 1-800 number on the bottom of your screen. No, I'm just kidding. I couldn't resist. Okay, here's the tip, the golden tip. And the question is, how to become
super successful in this industry.
And the answer is,
All you have to do is build leaders and help make them successful.
that's it. For real, for
Yeah.
real. Build leaders and make them successful.
Yeah.
Give us some stats on leadership. Like how many people
So
have to come in,
this-
and how do you know if they're a leader or not? Like how do you,
this business is leadership driven. And so you want to become a leader and then find leaders. If you have one leader in your group, you are successful. If you have a couple of leaders, and this is Tom Big Al Schreider who said this, and I agree with it. If you have 2 real leaders, now these are not, these are not people who want to do it. These are people that are actually doing it. All right, they're duplicating, they're plugging in, they're doing all the things. They're doing the daily method of operation every day, not just once a week when they feel like it. All right, and they're reaching out to people. They're asking those 5 people every day. All right, if you have 2 of those people in your group, you're going to be insanely wealthy and insanely successful. Because the thing is that leaders are rare. All right, and sometimes it gets tough in this to stay the course. Life happens.
Right.
But the thing is that if I focus on those daily things, talk to Ricky, and it's like every day he asks people if they drink coffee, they've heard of Happy Co, tells them their story, just boom, 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 every day. Brian does it, Chris does it. All right, so I'm going to do what they're doing, and then I'm going to help people do that. If
and
I
when
do
you
that,
do it, then you can teach it.
right.
Right. And that's
Yep.
the best way to really ingrain it.
So
Wow.
anyway, that's the
Beautiful
secret.
tip.
And anybody can, do it, not
Woo.
just the chosen few. Anybody can.
Make that choice for yourself. Thank you so much for letting us spend some time with you today. Enjoyed it. Thanks for all those beautiful smiles. I appreciate you so very much. We appreciate you, and love from PJ. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you so much. Have a
Thank
great
you.
day.
Thank you, guys. It was
Bye-bye.
great.
Thank you. That was wonderful. Bye-bye.
Thanks, PNC. It was wonderful.
You guys are awesome. We love you. Bye.